Mama Bear, do you know why I hate watching YouTube videos? Because everything is so goddamn perfect on YouTube. And if anyone out there is like me, when you go to do a project after watching somebody flawlessly complete it on YouTube, and then you do it, and everything f***s up. I hate YouTube for that. I hate you guys for that. I hate all you guys that do everything flawlessly the first time. Going on YouTube fam, here we are again. Today is an historic event. For two reasons. One, finally changing the oil in this old dog. Well, this new dog, I guess. This is my 2019 Kawasaki Ninja Zx6R, and the dealership said that they should have had like an inspection and an oil change and all that stuff when I bought it, because I bought it used. But I don't think it has. The oil's pretty black. So I'm going to change it. I don't know if it's ever been changed, but I'm going to change it after watching some videos online. I think I can handle it. Anyway, second reason it's a historic event is because if you haven't noticed, I have quite a bit of the shop done. This is what's going to be the new shop. Let me show you around. If you aren't following that series, you need to follow that series, because this thing has come a long way so far. So I still got to do some more work on the back wall. But anyway, you'll see that in the series. So today, changing the oil on the Zx6R 2019 Zx6R. I went with the full synthetic 1040. This is from AutoZone. That's what I went with. I picked up 2 quarts thinking that was going to be enough, but apparently the bigger motorcycles take a lot more oil, so I went back and grabbed some more. I'll make sure I got enough. I got the K&M Performance KN303 filter. They say is supposed to go in here, and I noticed that the filter that's in the bike, it doesn't have a like this little nut on the top, so you can take it off. So that's going to be fun. Plus, what a dumb position for that oil filter. If you're not careful, you're just going to drip oil all over your engine. But I did notice, because I see a lot of people online, so what they're doing is they're putting like a piece of paper or something underneath the filter to catch the oil to bring it out into the pan. But I did notice that they do have, it's like a little plastic, it's hard to see, I don't know if you can see in there, but it's a little plastic tray that the oil will run on. So at least as long as you get whatever you're using under that tray that comes stock, then you should be able to drain it away from all your parts. So hopefully that, and I don't have any engine stands in here. I don't have, or bike stands. I don't have anything in the shop yet. It's still, obviously I'm still working on it. So I just have it leaned up on some boards so it's fairly straight. And then my normal oil pan is too big to fit under there. So I found this old metal, it's almost like an ash tray for like an old stove or something. I found that. Hopefully there's no leaks in that, because it's flat enough to fit under the bike. So I'm going to roll with that. And I have a 11/16 socket. So that looks like that'll take off the oil plug, which is up front. Got the GoPro on that. And you can't see it. I'll switch view. Yeah, there it is right there. So there's the oil plug. I'll take that off, drain it, take the filter out, drain it, and then put everything back in. I think they said you should start it for a few minutes to warm up the oil, so we're going to do that first. Alright, let's fire it up for a second. I just noticed this. Check this out. I just noticed that it actually tells you what the gears are right there on the side of the plastic. Ha! Pretty cool right there. Alright, let's get on with the show here. I ain't got all night. try to do without getting any oil on my fingers. Nope. Yeah, man, that's pretty... Maybe it's just me, but that's pretty dark. It's pretty dark. Alright, now we gotta try to get that oil filter off. And from what I've heard, it's not gonna be easy. Of course, it ain't gonna come off with my hand, but I always like to check because you would be surprised. I actually thought I felt it turning for a second there. Oh shit. Nope. I got that new oil filter and I figured that it was gonna have a nut on it. The old one, but I didn't even look at it. So I gotta go find something to get that oil filter off. This is day number 2 on the oil change, which should be so simple. It's so simple to drain oil, remove a filter, put a new filter on, add oil, you're done. That's pretty easy. But no. 2019 Zx6R. I am pretty positive that the filter that's on there is the original filter from when the bike was manufactured. I could be wrong. Maybe there was an oil change done and somebody ordered like OEM parts from Japan because the oil filter's just got Japanese writing all over it. Or it's the original filter for the bike and it would not come off. 2, 3, 4 different tools later, I did finally get it off with this thing I had to borrow off a buddy. I don't know if anybody's ever seen that thing. I've never even seen this before in my life. But it worked. It managed to grip onto the filter and pull it off. Alright, so anyway, I drained the oil, you already saw. I drained all the oil. Oh yeah, and my pan leaks. So I got a big ass oil spot all over the building. My beautiful, perfect building. But I already drained the oil. Now I gotta take the oil filter off. Change the oil filter. This is real YouTube, friends. This is real YouTube. Mama Bear, get up close. We're gonna take the oil filter off. Oh, you gotta watch because you're gonna drip oil all over your freaking engine. That's a perfect design. They do have this little metal or plastic oil tray. It's hard to see. It's right underneath the oil filter. You can see my dented oil filter up because I couldn't get it off. But there's this little drip tray here that lets it drip all over the engine for you so you don't have to. Alright, so I'm going to get something to stick under here to direct the oil away from the engine. Stupid design. This is just that old piece of cardboard from a case of pop. From a case of pap. Case of soda. There we go. That ought to work fine. Maybe we'll, okay. That's going to miss the whole tray, so that's awesome. Okay. Maybe we'll get her now. I don't know. Maybe now. There's probably not too much oil left since it's been draining all night. Let's do that. How's that? Alright, let's get this off and not get oil all over my engine. Great. I was pretty close to doing the old nail trick, shoving the old nail through. I hope this drains out good. I'd be pretty disappointed if it doesn't. There it comes. Guess I shouldn't have ripped that off, huh? That was better without it on there. I mean, you're telling me that that's a, you know... What kind... I'm confused at how that passed. Like, you know, the initial, like, drawing of the bike. Oh, beautiful bike, look how awesome the bike is. And, oh, let's shove the fucking oil filter in the side of the bike like that. I mean, come on. Come on, Kawasaki. Fix it. It's not very Kawasaki when the oil's fucking dripping off all over your engine, smoking and shit while you're going down the road at 80 miles an hour. Alright, so I'm using the K&M Performance filter. KN303. KN303. And I'm no dummy. I'm using the one with the nut on the top so I can get it off next time. I heard that people have been having issues with the K&N filters, but I'm not racing on a racetrack, so I think I'll be fine. That came pre-lubed? That ring came pre-lubed.
I was gonna say, why is there a plastic
That's cool,
on it?
But I don't trust it, so we're gonna put a little bit of fresh oil on that bad boy. You getting this, Mama Burr? Mm-hmm. Stick your finger in there like that. Look at that. Yeah. Just like it. Beautiful thing. Rub it all over your pants, like any good country boy. And we stick her back on there. Listen, I've changed enough oil and filters in vehicles in my life to know that that filter was on way too tight. I am going to tighten this a little bit. I need to get a socket though. I don't know what size it is. Okay, the oil plug. The oil plug socket I used was 11/16. Let's see if that fits on there. It'll work. 11/16 will work for the filter too. I mean, I'm using it, whether it's the perfect size or not. It's close enough. Listen, guys, I'm just gonna go, see it's tight. Boom, that's all I'm doing. Okay, let's go add, if you're changing the filter, they say 3.3 quarts of oil. So I'm gonna pour 3 in, stand the bike up vertical, look at the oil level, and add more until that oil level is where I want it. That's the plan, okay? So gotta go to the other side. The reason why I'm so irritated is because I've had the bike I got the bike when it was just before 1,000 miles on it. And I don't know, I feel like it should have been changed. Can you get that?
No.
I can't get it.
I tried with both hands.
That shouldn't be that tight, it should be hand tight.
Just like it.
Let me get a wrench. I hope oil goes in there. If not, I'm putting it in there anyway. If not, I'll be tearing this whole damn bike apart. What else is new though, right, Mama Bear? Full synthetic, 10 weight 40, 4-stroke. That's what I'm putting in her. She's guzzling it right up. All right. The bike is pretty straight up in the air right now. It's actually kind of scary. And I'm telling you, I like that where it's at. So that's three even quarts. I'm gonna start it up and let it run for a second just to make sure that level doesn't go down. And if it does go down, I will add accordingly. Can you see it? Mm-hmm. That's right there where it's supposed to be. There's a little O-ring on this cap. So I'm just gonna make sure that got a little bit of lube on there too. All right, let's fire it up for a second. Ow. Yeah, it went right there. Yep, she went down, so let's let it sit for a second just to make sure that oil settles.
Okay, yep, you're about halfway now.
Halfway. I like it. So that was about 3.5. Just a heads up. Not 3.3. That was like 3.5. Got about half a quart left in here. I'm going to start it again one more time just to make sure. There you go. Oil change on 2019 Zx6R. What a pain in the ass. Next time it'll be easier. I'll be able to get that filter off with a wrench, with a socket, instead of having to get a crowbar on it. Nothing's leaking. I didn't get oil all over the engine. There hasn't been too many videos lately because Mrs. Moto's bikes were waiting on plastics. We're still kind of at this stage waiting on plastics for her bike. And then I'm working on this workshop. So that's all I got. Did an oil change. So now y'all can change your oil on your Zx6Rs, your new ones. They're all the same, I'm sure.
One, two, one, fake one.
All right, take it easy. Like, subscribe. See you in the next one.